to make things go even more right when he makes those changes.
He is never shy to put all the chips on the table and say, I'm going to do as good as I can. Come and fight me on my level, right? Now he's in grand finals, and again, if we see the history of our past LTC events, coming from loser's side into grand finals has been a pretty darn good thing, considering that Tweak won from that position, MK Leo won from that position, and if you're thinking about the big three, you can put it together with a nice little bow if Spargo is able to do the same.
And once again, it is the higher seed of the event. Seed number 1 now, the favorite Spargo coming in, but if he wants to take the tournament, he's got to take it through 2 sets over Cola, and Cola has been playing immaculately.
Well, we would figure that out of the number 2 seed of the tournament. It was a journey to get these two into grand finals to face each other as we expected. And the terrain is a little bit different with Spargo coming from the loser's side, but the ending is still up in the air. Right now, Spargo is notching some early points into his favor with 106 unanswered %.
Really wanted to catch that roll from Cola, but my goodness, Spargo is consistently applying so much pressure. He's taken all the momentum that he had from taking out Dabuz and swinging it straight at Cola, catching that dash back.
This is Spargo wide awake right now, with Cola sitting at 134 and Spargo with great respect for that approaching neutral air. Cola finally getting in some clean hits, but an overcommit on that juggle gives Spargo first blood in grand finals.
Great recognition by Spargo to be able to turn that around, catch the cross up as well, because he knew he could punish, but the only way to actually get that KO, get that cross up punish.
Well, we'll see. Climb Hazard not going to get punished. Spargo's been very crafty in mixing up both the fast falls and whether he will activate that second hit of the Climb Hazard to get back down to the ground. And now, speaking of getting back down to the ground, Cola's having a hard time of it.
Finds that neutral air dodge, but Spargo still applying the pressure, pushing him all the way off stage. Another downer attempt. No wants to go for the trump, but a little bit late.
And Cola buffering that neutral get, it meant that Spargo, who was looking for the jump off the ledge, didn't find what he needed, but he got it right there. That brutal death scream is about how Cola must be feeling with this lead that Spargo has built.
Doing a good job of catching Cola, swinging shallow, but now I think going full send into it. Get up attack, gonna punish Roy for going for those jabs at ledge.
Boy, and Cola really selling out for the big hits. Finally does get that forward tilt, though.
Immediate adaptation to not going for those jabs that got punished by the get up attack again. Oh, the forwarder coming out just in time to stifle Spargo, putting him in the air. It's juggle time. Cola in advantage is extremely strong. He's got this ledge trap game on lock. Can he bring this down to an even start game? He does. Cola not going to go down without a fight.
He has started belting Spargo. The speed has increased. He is blistering the number 1 seed of the tournament right now, and this game is right back to as even as you can ask it to be.
But it is back and forth. The pendulum swings. Cola has Spargo off stage, but Spargo had all of the damage and momentum brought back just before this. It is back to an even footing. Downer puts him back.
Downer out of disadvantage, catching Cola, looking for an air dodge or just a committal jump away that he could follow. But now Spargo with Cola back in the air, pulls out the finishing touch. Welcome to Tornado Alley. We are in Texas.
My God, it is a seldom seen move from Cloud. It's one of those that you try to flex with sometimes.
Sometimes it's not the optimal thing to go for, but when you are positive that your opponent is going to land right on top of you, you can just press that little down and red button and turn your opponent inside out.
Absolutely just picked him up and spat him out straight into this game 2 on Battlefield. I love the change of terrain. We've seen a lot of these sets just stay on one stage, and I feel like this is something that we like to see here is Cola making adjustments where you need to.
And even if, right, you want to make those adjustments, if you want to try out a counter pick that maybe you're unsure of, if you're in winner's side of grand finals, this is the time to try it.
Absolutely, this is the time to try it. And we're already seeing the adjustments being made with Cola applying so much damage, almost unanswered, keeping Spargo stuck in the sky. Finally finds a backer on the way down. That is a big whiff, the up smash, and a big play that Spargo tried to make.
Oh, considering what we saw in winner's semis, I don't know if I want to see Cola hit another up smash.
Yeah,
I prefer to continue watching the game.
Right, might take out the projector one more time.
Now, selling out a little hard on that juggle, but Cola makes sure he's tracking underneath Spargo the entire time. But with the Nair taking the jump, he gets obliterated off stage by that down air.
Great recognition by Spargo, understanding that he did take that jump and there was nowhere for Cola to go but straight into his down air, straight into the loving arms.
Your side B? No.
That's mine.
My side B.
That double-edged dance, he's going for the double helm splitter. But Spargo not quite finding the finish. Cola back on stage, took a lot of damage, but happy to live his life.
Spargo has done a good job of recognizing a little bit of off spacing from Cola. Good DI away so that he doesn't even have to tech on that Blazer either.
Oh, down air out of shield to punish the neutral air, and Spargo has Cola back on stage once again, willing to burn the limit if he has to, but doesn't even need to. Catches, what the hell did he do to burn that invincibility?
He set out a lingering hitbox, and it's kind of the same thing that Ness does. He throws out the PK fire, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I just lose my invincibility. Yeah. Sorry, okay.
This is fine.
Shake my hand, GG's.
Oh, what a parry! Wow. It's going to put Cola back in this game, even stocks. And this is exactly what we saw last game, but can Cola be the closer that he needs to in this second game, even things up?
Well, the cross slash is going to get Spargo a big advantage. Looking for the early jump, but a little bit of a delay saves Cola. This time he doesn't even opt for it in the first place. Damage on the platform.
Whiffing that grab, but no punish from Spargo. Again, the cross-up still being punished. Spargo's ready for it every time. As safe as you try to make it, it is not frame-wise safe to throw that out.
Oh, the timing mix up there from Cola, fainting like he was going to come in with the back air or the forward air, but just jumps away, drifts, and then hits it with that back hit of the up air. Beautiful.
Having to play very safe around this limit, knowing that any mistake could be your last. Doesn't find it here. Spargo dodging to the ground, pushing Cola to the ledge. Back air isn't going to do it yet, but he's got that blade beam. I don't know if he can make it.
Wow, he has had his head severed by the helm splitter, bonked into that bottom blast zone. Spargo taking a 2-0 lead, and it feels like he has not lost a game in a hot minute.
No, and it has been close games down to last stock, but once we get to that last stock, Spargo turns it up. He is revving full throttle.
He is absolutely on fire. Pedal to the metal. Spargo 1 game away from resetting the bracket in grand finals. Cola, he needs to dig deep and find something to fight back with because the control has been all in Spargo's hands.
Even one hit landing immediately out with the climb hazard. Spargo has been all cylinders go. He's going, if he takes this next game, he does still have another set that he's got to run through, but my goodness, he is making it look like light work.
I love the familiarity that these two are showing off for each other's character, and man, Spargo baiting out that forward smash very nicely and getting control of the game back. There goes the limit, though.
There goes the limit. That is so unfortunate for Cola. He had the parry, but wasn't able to connect the forward smash.
I remember Glitch 8.5, do you?
the fabled forward smash from Cola once again coming to haunt him.
Man, and he just hasn't been picking up on these tech chases like all tournament. It's been something that he's missed, and that's a hallmark of his play, but Spargo playing beautifully in disadvantage is once again in control of the game's pace.
Finding perfect times to disengage, catch Cola coming in first, and look at the answers that he's had to Cola coming in first.
He must be playing multiple choice right now because he has everything in front of him, and he has not been wrong on this stock yet.
No, put so much damage on Cola's shield, but eventually was able to find his way out of that corner. A lot of damage on him, but you know Roy can apply it pretty quickly. Ooh. And absolutely Cola can as well.
That was such a committal landing with that Nair. Cola able to make it work, but now at a high percent, really needs to pick up something off of this ledge trap now.
Once again, just barely missing the tech chase like you were talking about. Spargo had time to pull the shield up. Great timing on the back air though. Catches before the helm splitter. Oh, this is dangerous.
Channeled the Goblin for a moment, but Spargo held fast the whole way through, putting Cola on potentially his last stock of his winner's bracket life. We could be seeing a reset very shortly here.
Neutral air does set him on the platform. There is an opportunity. Multiple times in this set, we've seen that Spargo looked like he had all gas and was doing well, but Cola does bring it down to last stock pretty well.
Wow, trading parries on the back airs. That was just such a cool sequence. And Spargo, cool as a cucumber, 3-0 reset. He has won 10 straight games that he has played.
And now we are on to true finals. The last 2 games before that one were down to the last stock, but this one very dominant by Spargo, lengthening the lead.
He is so skilled, and you are seeing exactly why, even at such a young age, a team like FaZe Clan was willing to pick up Spargo, put him on that long, historical, storied roster, and give him the chance to shine. And now he's looking to get his first win at a full tournament under that team's banner. He's ready to phase up. I know a lot of people are, but Moist Esports are not out of it yet. It's a bracket reset. We've got one more to play, Ryan. So Cola is going to look to make the adaptations he needs to take home the gold.
Starting off here, down throw jab, putting on a lot of damage and has Spargo off stage, but immediately ready for the reversal. You cannot mess up once against either of these players, or they will pick it up and bring it straight to 11.
Man, Spargo was looking for a parry right there on something, missed it, but still got the punish out of shield that he needed. But the parry game has been on point this whole grand finals, and it has not stopped for a second.
I also love Cola's willingness to swing early. Parry game once again coming through against the Helm Splitter. What a pivot grab, pushing Spargo right back off stage. Get up attack, though, consistently is a great answer for those Roys, mashing that jab at the ledge.
Ooh, I love the use of the flare blade there at the ledge, shielding the dash attack, but no sweet spot. Means Cola still has yet to bite into this first stock and just gets called out for that dash up.
Spargo's willingness to consistently throw out these buttons, he's done it a lot with less committal buttons like the cross slash, but to see it with the up smash, he has so much confidence right now.
It keeps him honest. I think that Spargo's been throwing them out a lot when he feels like Cola is very comfortable on the ground game, and the limit has been pristine from Spargo.
I want everyone in chat to tell me if you reacted to that neutral get up, because I didn't.
No.
Spargo is just on another level, catching it immediately.
And he is just regulating the game right now, although Cola keeping it close, sour up air into the sweet spot, gets the game right back to even.
Doesn't let any lead leave him too far ahead. Even 2-stock game, and doing a great job of starting this next one out of range of the climb hazard. This is a lot of damage.
Ooh, missed what was probably supposed to be a forward air. That dash attack is not what he was looking for, but reaction to that roll, Cola looking for a big commit out of Spargo, but we have just not seen a whole lot of that out of him.
This time finally crosses up far enough with the neutral air to not be punished on shield, back on the stage. Finally, Spargo finds a hit on this stock. No catch on the rollback, and this is Spargo's opportunity. He's got limit active.
Wow.
What a big back air.
Fair bear. I thought that was for Wolf.
Oh.
But Spargo doing it too, and with no jump, Cola is gone.
And Spargo, again, you give him an inch, he takes a mile. It's just one small slip up before he takes everything from you.
And with every single time that happens, it feels like Spargo is just twisting the arm a little bit more. Cola is having a hard time getting a grip back on this game, stuck in shield. And I feel like when you see Cola stuck in shield so much, that means that he's just not comfortable taking space the way that he usually is.
Right, normally a player known for his hallmark movement, the way he's able to force options out of his opponents, but he's not forcing anything out of Spargo right here.
Will force some sort of landing right there. This is jump.
And he catches the air dodge, finally getting the timing on that neutral special. Cola controlling center stage right in the middle of that Pokeball. Pushes Spargo out. Falling up air could have been huge, but doesn't quite find the connection. And that's dash attack pushing Cola once again off stage, deciding to run it back. He doesn't want to try Battlefield again this time. He thinks Pokemon Stadium 2 is the play.
Now, you got a lot of space to maneuver around with, right? Maybe if you're on one of those stages where the length is a little bit more cramped, you don't get to get that perfect position that you're looking for, and certainly you get a much smaller margin of error. And normally, Cola is very happy to play inside of that, but with the way that Spargo is playing now, you want to be able to keep it big so that if you do slip up a little bit, you have some good space to retreat to.
Okay, waiting for the down tilt again. Cola getting stuff started off hot.
That's classic Cola right there. The early damage racking up is where he gets to hold the reins in the game. Finally gets the tech chase he was looking for, and all he needed to do was stand still.
This time does find it, but not to a KO, much to his chagrin. but he does have 100% and climbing on Spargo. Has a ledge trap opportunity here. Waits, but he goes for the up tilt. Doesn't find the punish on the up air.
Oh, big back air setup from Spargo, gets the tech chase of his own and more. Perfectly timed on that get up from Cola. But the pace, like you said, swinging like a pendulum between these two.
Absolutely finding his footing on the ground with the neutral air dodge. Not finding a punish for Cola, again slipping to center stage. But back air steals all of that away from him. What a big push from Spargo, and it gets him killed because again he's going for that get-up attack, trying to punish those jabs.
Cola has definitely found an answer to the way that Spargo is responding to him, and now he's changing up that pace. I think it's taken him a while to get comfortable with that, that different pace that he's trying to set, but now all of a sudden, Spargo not having such an easy time determining where Cola's gonna be. I can't believe he was ready for that tech.
I'm amazed that he was ready for that tech, because typically there you just see Roy recover with the Blazer, and you don't want to match that in case, the multi-hits mess you. Oh, get up attacks. That dash attack is a huge punish.
Back into the corner, and Cola gives up the stage entirely, and yet somehow it works out.
Gives it up because his shield was so low, didn't want Limit to pop it, and just decided, I'm going to wait for my opportunity and not press it too hard. Cola, not pressing too hard, is finding a lot of success.
Oh, and the timing mix-up. Again, the tempo has changed for Cola. Now he's playing at 160 beats per minute, and Spargo knows when to step down. Cola is responding with vigor with a 3 stock on Spargo.
What an intense showing from Cola. Ran it right back, knew everything he needed to change, and it was all cylinders fired by Cola. He didn't ever intend to make it back to the stage after running off in that last moment. He ran and he knew that he had one mission, and that was to end
That was
Spargo.
The Iron Giant, except it was you go, I stay.
Yeah, no following.
No following.
Going to Battlefield as the counter pick. It had worked out for Spargo despite it being Cola's counter pick earlier on, but Cola really fired up right now.
He is reignited in this moment in time. I think that he just needed to pick up the passion again, and boy, it is burning like an inferno.
I think here in the crowd has definitely ignited something, and Cola has the recovery, somehow makes it back, catches the Limit before it comes through, but the up smash is going to bring Spargo a lead, and I think the last game that we saw was the first time we saw Cola playing with a lead stock-wise. That entire set really did change the pace of things. Is going to have to answer Spargo relatively quickly to contain that pace.
It definitely seemed like he had Spargo on the back foot, and Cola just standing there menacingly waiting for Spargo to make a move, but eventually he does, and now once again has to contest with the control that cloud back air can have over a match. It does still indeed go in the square hole.
And again, the back air on the way down, applying the shield pressure. Cola, great job jumping out of shield with the double edge dance. He got clipped.
Gone. Wow, the tipper down tilt is exactly what Cola needed in that moment to even the stocks up.
And he has been looking for it quite a bit. The first one that he has found here, what a parry, and continuing. My goodness.
Oh, man, 3 sour down airs for Cola in this game, and a couple of them have actually led to something big. The only reason that one didn't is because Spargo was at 0%, but otherwise you're looking at another big combo extension.
Big stonks. But
so yeah, stonks as we call it, because it's supposed to go up, but then it go down.
Now we've got Cola trying to go for a big play with the ledge trap, still catching Spargo on the way back up. Big back air though, once again, goes in the square hole.
And the up B out of shield. Spargo has had just a menagerie of stocks taken with that move.
But again, Cola, great reactions, is getting these back airs out before all of the long startup moves that Cloud has. Big punish.
Sour up air, but he didn't want to go for the sweet spot up air because he knew that would be the end of his advantage. Spargo would have a great way to land, mix up on these platforms, and that time, not mixing up the timing on the up air, Spargo is ready for it on that first tempo, and once again gets his counter hit.
Get up attack coming through big for Spargo, get him out of the tech chase situation. How did he get there for the back throw?
You got me there, but he's been there all night for the parry, and with a Cola-esque read on the roll-in, only one more hit needed to make this a 2-1 victory, get it to tournament point.
Gonna go for the back throw once again, pushing Cola to the ledge, dash attack not gonna do it. Back air not coming out in time, upwards hit of the double edge dance, keeping Cola alive.
Great fast fall right there. Cola kept it in the back pocket, but the forward tilt to send Cola into the blast zone puts him on potentially his last game of the tournament.
And a little bit of a baby pop-off from Spargo as well, to know that he stifled that momentum that Cola brought with the 3-stock just before this, and now putting himself on game point to win this tournament.
That was, I think you're right, that was one of the most important single games for anybody to win in the entire tournament, because Spargo knows if Cola wins that and continues playing with that fire that suddenly came through in game 2, he's in big trouble. And this is same story as the beginning of that game 3, the exact same sequence from Cola. He's back on fire.
And we do see a great answer from Spargo, getting through the down air, get some good damage on the way up, has limit now to turn things around, but Cola stays taxing. He's got Spargo in the corner, but what an answer. Spargo's doing such a good job of slipping through these hitboxes.
He's been very content to actually play like super up close to Cola. There's the up smash. Thankfully, the stream stays on this time as he does get that stock lead. And like you said, that was so important for him to establish that high-speed pace that he won that game 2 with.
And it's been very important that he's been punishing these get-up attacks from the ledge that he's forced out of Spargo because of the typical Roy ledge traps that are so strong.
Put himself in the corner, but now all of a sudden Cola doing exactly what we were just praising Spargo for, being able to play right up next to his opponent and not give them too many openings. But in that case, Spargo again knew to hold that shield the whole time, evening up the stock count once again.
And holding on to the limit as well, so he could potentially use it to burn the invincibility like we saw before. Doesn't quite find its mark this time, but knowing his outs, really impressive.
Ooh, Cola thinking that Spargo is going to go for the mix-up, stop after the 2, but he let it go all the way, just as Cola does with that double-edged dance. And he's not going to commit too hard off stage. Yep, that is going to be the stock after the Flare Blade. He goes off stage on the verge of sending us to game 5, Ryan.
Yes, this is the same fire we saw from Cola out of game 2, and if this is the same fire we see out of Cola in a potential game 5, if we make it there, anything could happen between these two.
Area into climb hazard out of the shield though. Spargo, he says anything can happen. That includes me winning this game 4. I don't want this set to go on any longer than it has to, but Cola, he is playing in a way that we just might see what the people want.
Absolutely doing a good job once again on the ledge trap. Back air pushing him off. Are we going to see the aggression from Spargo? The down air does it. It's last stock, potentially Cola's last stock of the tournament. Spargo really wants to make it that way, but Cola has a huge % lead right now. Played around the limit perfectly. This is his chance to bring it to game 5.
Trying to stay behind Spargo too, to limit the options that are available to him, because he has to set up for that back air initially. Shield getting low, so Cola backing off like you mentioned earlier, but damage racking up as he has to acquiesce the stage to Spargo, who's going for game right now, and he'll get it with the back air. FaZe Clan's prodigy will be taking home the gold, prevailing over all at Low Tide City. Your champion this weekend is FaZe Clan Spargo.
Doing an amazing job of matching the heat that was brought to him by Cola after he started getting fired up. Really didn't let any of that slip, didn't let any of that get to him, stayed composed.
Face up. He knows that this is his first marquee win with the big team, and he is going to carry that all the way to the bank, the big bank, for winning the big major. And what an electric way to end the weekend, with the victor being none other than the guy contesting for the spot of #1 in the world. And
to do it, continuing the legacy at low tide and low tier city events through loser's side. But he wasn't there for long. An insane 3-0 in the first set, and just staying incredibly strong throughout the rest of it. Spargo, what more can you say about this guy? He's insane.
He kind of did make a long run through losers, but a lot of the games, barring the one against Luis, were not actually that long. I mean, if Cola did not take a set in that Grand Finals reset, which he did, Spargo would have had something to the tune of 13 straight games won to take the tournament. Now, Cola did throw a wrench into that and showed some pretty excellent adaptations, but in the end, Spargo is the adaptation monster. When you have an orthodox playstyle that is as effective as Spargo's, trained under, one of the most orthodox players of all time, it's going to be the kid from Tijuana, Mexico, who gets to go home with the gold.
Absolutely, and we are going to be cutting to a quick break before we are going to have a winner's interview with Spargo. But before that, make sure you stay tuned. It'll be a quick break. We'll be right back. And if you liked what you heard between your boys next door, neighbor, and Kimona, maybe give us a follow on Twitter. I know that the graphic has just run away from us.
You have a good memory.
At the Ryan Neighbor, at that Kimona.
There it is. Right,
there we go.
Come on. Give us a follow if you liked it. Give us some feedback too, because we'd love to hear it. We'd love to be in front of you again at some time, because you boys next door, we love to be here for you in the Smash Ultimate community. But for now, that's what we've got. Again, after a quick break, we will have an interview with the champion himself, Spargo. So don't go anywhere after this break. The action may be over, but get a little bit of insight from the man himself when we come back.